If you're a Christian struggling to put God first, watch this video. The reason it's so easy to put the things of the world before God, like watching a movie instead of reading scripture and spending time in prayer, for example, is because we battle flesh and spirit, and whichever one we feed more, it's kind of like the story of the two wolves, the black wolf, the white wolf. Whichever one you feed is going to be the one that has the strength in your life. It's the same thing with this. This is actually really the intended analogy, I would think. But whichever one you feed more, your flesh or your spirit, that's what's going to have the power, and we kind of feed our flesh by default more than we feed our spirit because we live in a sinful world, and we do have to go out of our way to feed our spirit and, kind of commit to things that we don't necessarily want to do with all of our being. But part of the reason that you feel that feeling of, regret and kind of frustration whenever you choose to put something before God instead of spend time with Him in prayer or scripture is because that's your spirit that wants Him, and your flesh, which we're not meant to live by, wanting to do the things that you choose to go with. And a good way the Bible speaks about is fasting, starving the flesh and weakening the flesh so that the spirit grows louder. And it doesn't just include food. I know that's what they spoke about in the Bible, which of course I'm not twisting scripture, but today there are so many new pleasures that are here that we have to deprive the flesh of, like social media, movies, games, time with friends outside of Christian fellowship, things of that nature. And we have to, take some time away from those things in addition to food, if we're to commit to a fast anyway, to starve the flesh and weaken it so we can strengthen our spirit and become more in tune with God, and therefore gain those desires to follow Him more. And we won't always feel like this, of course. When we're in heaven and we're in His kingdom, we'll be separated from the flesh. It won't exist anymore, and we'll only have that desire to follow God and that great joy that comes with it. But just something to keep in mind. It can definitely be super difficult. It's so easy to put the things before God, but just remember, at the end of the day, we don't battle, just regular things. It's spirit against flesh, and like the Bible says, spiritual warfare and dark forces that we battle on a daily basis as well. So hope y'all have a good night. Love y'all. God bless.